You are your permission, right? You are the confidence.
When you said those words, it changed my life. Looking back, when you said the thought-provoking questions, I remember those days where I thought that I already had the right answers. A very motivated guy, I think. I'm always, driven to succeed. But when you started asking me those thought-provoking questions, it made me really stop and think twice. I guess there are so many questions I haven't really asked myself. The questions you've asked me, and the other thing too is probably I didn't get the chance, or I haven't chosen the time to really focus on those things. I'm sure I had the time, but I didn't have, I guess someone else like yourself to be helping me out while going through that journey. It's a hard place to be in because I get to be very vulnerable, and sometimes I find that it's easier to just focus on the easier things, or the fun things, or the um, productive things where you can actually see the dollar value or the progress right away. Whereas with coaching, it's really digging deeply inside you, inside your head or inside your mind, the not so um, attractive, sensitive, and serious stuff. But it's important.
It is important, especially if you're looking to make a shift and move forward, right? And you said something quite interesting. I mean, you talked about when you are in a coaching relationship, it does require to, you become vulnerable.
Mhm.
And so I just want to call this out. When you're working with a coach who is certified, right, and that they're also that they abide by the International Coaching Federation's Code of Ethics, there is confidentiality at hand.
Mhm.
So anything that is discussed in that conversation stays in that conversation, just like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, the
Yeah.
same kind of thing in a coaching conversation. Um, but when coaching, it's not just, and this is the important thing, many times there may be an issue, a challenge, or people like to refer to it as being a problem,
Mhm.
right? But ultimately, behind that, the the pillar to success and helping other people, and this is what ultimately I love. I just love, I'm very passionate about, and I'm able to really help people see themselves based upon what they're saying, is you're able to essentially capture their heart, their mind, their body, their overall spirit. And just like in your situation, and I see that you're smiling right now, it's like it's you jump leaps and bounds to move forward, and you're excited. I mean, you can talk about that more than I can. But
Mhm.
interestingly enough, coaching, as a coach myself, I get coached,
Mhm.
right? I get coached. It's important. Now, the one of the interesting dynamics that many people don't recognize is that coaching is one of, actually, I have to say, I believe, the greatest learning and development process that ever exists.
I
Think
agree.
about going to school, right? When we go to school, we learn knowledge, we learn a particular skill.
Mhm.
But coaching is essentially taking that skill, that knowledge that you have, and then trying to translate that into what really works for you and helps you. Um, and so when I see, even in our conversations, you'll have the aha moment,
Mhm.
right? And for me, that just brings ultimate joy because I see the energy, you light up and you're able to move forward. Um, and if you can move forward, then my mission, right, of what I'm trying to achieve as a leadership and executive coach is essentially that. I'm
Mhm.
able to help one person at a time realize and achieve what their ultimate goals and dreams are. Now, The other thing to know is that although someone may be a leadership and executive coach like myself, that's what I refer to myself as being,
Mhm.
ultimately, you're always coaching. Well, it not always, but ultimately, you are coaching the person behind the actual issue or the skill that they're trying to learn, right? So some people like to refer to that as being life coaching, or
Mm.
you may have different types of coaching. But ultimately, it's tapping into the person's resources, tools, and knowledge that they possess. Because wholeheartedly, you and I are both whole. There is absolutely nothing wrong with who we are. Sometimes we place certain feedback and have certain thoughts that maybe, we're not good enough,
Mhm.
or, maybe I don't have this skill, right? And the one thing, when speaking with people, I like to share with them is add the word yet.
Mhm.
Okay. You may not know how to do something yet. And when you place that word and that emphasis, it means that you're allowing yourself and giving yourself the permission to essentially say, I may not know that today, but you know what? I know I'm fully capable of achieving it. And that may be tomorrow, next week, or next month. So you're not limiting yourself to your own success. How does that resonate with you, Jeffrey?
Oh, and, I remember our conversation about that. I truly, truly believe that. And I was just hearing, a few things from you. Um, coach being as one of the greatest learning experience or learning strategy, and you also said something about, um, as a coach, you help a person to really realize that that person is already whole, but because of the filters, the experiences, limiting beliefs, they might not be seeing it the way they should be yet. In my experience, what I can say to our audience is that before I used to see it as, I want to be successful. I want to be, a great leader. I want to be a great parent. I want to be, a great husband. I want to be, just be. I want to be, I guess. And I realized that after speaking with you, after, going through the thought-provoking questions many times. By the way, I loved it. It's not a bad thing. I love those questions. Um, I realized that, and I remember you saying that, Jeff, um, you are the permission, you know, that all those times I had these thoughts about, um, I need a permission to be really successful, to be, really good parent, to be a really good husband, to be a really good leader. And I felt like I needed someone outside of me, a magical person or my dad or a mentor, to say that, Jeff, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be all right. Um, but when you said those words, changed my mind. It changed my life. That, Jeff, you are the permission. And yeah, and I remember the conversation about the imposter syndrome that I was also having. I know that um, my journey is to become more limitless, and imposter syndrome for me is also associated to self-confidence. To have that self-confidence, I can just speak what I wanted to speak about when it comes to my expertise. But I had the challenge that I feel like I'm not good enough sometimes, or maybe I'm not certified enough. I don't have the degree, I don't have the PhD or what have you. I don't have the awards. But then when I started talking to many clients about digital marketing in my business, I started seeing myself as, oh, wow, they're listening to me. They're paying attention to me. And maybe Dan is right. Yeah, that I was the one who's also the permission for myself to be self-confident. Oh, and by the way, you also said that I am the confidence. that I create the confidence. I am the confidence, and I don't have to get confidence from somewhere else because I'm the source. And just to say, and just like you said, we're already a whole being. So
Right.
I don't know if
I
that's not good enough of a change, but that's a lot of changes for me. It's great.
That's amazing. And I'm really happy to see that you're excited about the change. The interesting thing in everything that you've just said is that um, the realizations of the words that I've used, right? That you are your permission, right? I am the permission. You are the confidence. Those are all of the words that you had actually communicated. And part of my role is just to resurface them back to you to say, hey, Jack, this is what you are saying. And sometimes people don't even realize that. So working with a coach allows you to do that. And when I simply restated some quotes or some phrases that you had brought out yourself from within, you were like, wow, like this is it. Like
Mhm.
this is it. This is life changing for me. And I'm so pleased to see that because ultimately now, even now, I can tell you appear to be in this sort of state of flow and
Mhm.
energy and excitement. And the best thing when coaching people is that that's what I also experience. So when I see others experiencing that joy, experiencing success, whatever success means to someone, right? It brings me great joy and it makes me feel that I am accomplishing the mission that I really want to do and what my purpose is.
Mhm.
So, being able to partner with people, we're all very talented, we're all very skilled. And many times we just get in, it's within, our headspace that we think things or we perceive certain things about ourselves, whether it be a limiting belief, whether it be I don't have a certain type of education. But when you think about some of the most successful business leaders, many never even graduated high school,
That's true.
right? And they've built multi-billion-dollar organizations. So whether I'm working with a client who is an entrepreneur and they are in the process of building their business, or whether I'm working with an experienced manager or an executive or someone who essentially is um, looking to move into a management position, ultimately it's about the whole person. How can they use their strengths to essentially achieve what they want to achieve, right? And when that happens, it's electricity, it's brilliance, and you just see the talent spur out of people. And I find that ultimately exciting.
Oh man, I'm already envisioning so many things while you're having that when you're delivering that message. You also said something in that message about whatever that success means for anyone, right? And during our conversation too, is that I realized that becoming a leader, becoming the successful person, for me has also changed. So many things has changed ever since I met Dan. By the way, guys, so many things, and I really wish that you can get to know him, learn more about him, and give him a chance, and he's gonna blow your mind away. So Dan, if people want to get a hold of you, how can they reach you?
Wonderful. Thank you. First of all, thank you so much. That touches my heart, and I'm just really pleased to be able to partner with you in your success journey. That just makes me so proud. So thank you. If you'd like to get a hold of me, you can reach me through my website at grisonicoaching.com. And through there, feel free to schedule a call. You can also contact me through my email, which is dan at grisonicoaching.com. So thank you for your time. This has been amazing. I've really enjoyed our
Yes.
conversation. I look forward to chatting with you more, Jeffrey. But again, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.